Fantastic, and we are back here at DreamHack 2012. We're going to be getting this community versus Riot game on. Definitely going to have some funsies with this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty great match. Now, yesterday, the community did win against Riot, and I think they're back with a vengeance. They want to pull this game out and get themselves a victory here. So you can see the player names up on the screen. Don't need to read them out for you guys. Can check with your own eyes. And you know, we've got a couple interesting picks so far. You're seeing the picks and bans come out through here. You can see we've got Udyr and Janna so far for the community team. Up on the left side here for Team Riot, got Warwick, Volibear, and Graves in here so far. So a couple of big beefy picks so far. Definitely Team Riot looking pretty tanky in the early game. We'll see how that pans out for them.
Looks like the community team is going for blonde hair only, it seems so far. Animal team for the Riot. We'll have to see. Janook running that promote and Smite. Double jungle all the way so far for the Riot team here as they start to pull out their composition. Valentine taking up Ezreal, and we'll have to see what Hank Zor can choose for his. It looks like we already have the top lane. Your support and AD carry could possibly be middle. These guys are doing whatever they want. As we said, this is the community versus Riot game. I believe, I forgot what their name was.
Gank Top, or was that the prior one?
That was the other team that didn't,
they didn't show up.
Sad face, single tier for Gank Top. It looks like we will be getting some man drops in this game. Hangsor taking out Pantheon. Abhorsen going on to Sona. I'm a little worried Janook did not take Ziggs. And as you said before,
he's going to get swapped. He was grabbing Warwick for Lycaeus.
Right, but he still doesn't get Ziggs.
But he can still get Lux, which is the other champion he only plays.
You can actually see right here the opposing team, the community coming into play here. Setting up. I believe they also have a sub. One of the guys couldn't make it. Also fashionably in the bathrobe. Very nice there. Keeping the Art Deco stylish here in Sweden.
Nice, nice. I like the color scheme on it too. It's very, very bright. He's very noticeable. If he's with a group of friends and he gets lost, they know how to find him.
Power and numbers.
It is, yeah. In case he, gets strung along one side. Of course, there's a lot of people here. It's pretty hectic sometimes walking around the hall.
It is.
You can get lost,
it's
and getting found is useful.
It's dark.
It can be.
It is.
I mean, the
dark.
monitors are pretty bright, and you can see here they've got floodlights up there. You can see the beautiful logos on there. Katarina, gigantic.
Huge.
Yeah.
A stable rise up there in the upper left hand, and that means that Mordekaiser is on the right.
Indeed, that's the case. Now, as we're going to get these last few picks in, you can see they're kind of into their swap phases right there. There is indeed going to be jungle Warwick there. Still actually looks like double jungle, though, as Volibear also.
Triple jungle.
Triple smite, actually. But I think they might switch to the last second here. I think they want to sort of prevent a little bit of finagling. But we do have, the surge and revive here on Graves. You never know. They might choose to go with this kind of strategy.
This is an explosive team comp from the community team. If one person gets snared down, you are going to get exploded, whether it's from Pantheon, Aegis, or it's from Rise Room Prism.
Yeah, they've got a decent amount of crowd control. And actually looks like Hanksor, Q-dodging his team, was like, hey, you picked jungle, Udyr. What are you doing, man? I want new teammates. Let's do this going, get this going on. So we're going to have the game coming back in, of course, very, very soon. Just needs him to rejoin, and we'll be okay. So no big worries. The game will be underway. You could see the lineup there on the screen. So, Riv, based on lineup, who do you think?
Based on the lineup, I think the community team is coming in very strong. Obviously, Riot here going to change up their summoners before they get into game with the picks they just had. But as we said before, Riot kind of coming out with a vengeance here. They did get beat by the community at their own game yesterday.
Yeah.
That doesn't look too good. I mean, we don't get to have a say in that, but we are going to have some funsies. We are going to go ahead and kind of poke at Riot on this one. It's going to be a fun game. You might hear some things that aren't correct or are correct, so don't take everything to full percentage of this commentary.
Yeah, and Janook does live in my apartment, so I'm going to make fun of him a lot. That's going to happen a very large number of times in this game. You can expect it. It'll happen.
All right, so we do have those team comps out. We saw Lux in middle, Warwick in the jungle. What was our top?
Probably Volibear.
Oh, yeah, the volley top as well. Volibear really is one of those champions, if you haven't seen before / don't know the passive or what he can do, is that turret diving oops champion. You're like, hey, I'm turret diving him, and Wade now has more health than me in a matter of seconds. So definitely somebody you can catch off guard there. Maybe they're going to babysit that top lane. Volibear also able to put out a good amount of damage with that bite. So we'll see what his top lane is pitted against. I believe it wasn't that jungle Udyr. It was. They did switch him to jungle.
Yeah, of course they did. I don't remember what they picked for their top laner, though. I remember Ezreal and Janna over there on the community team, and they had grabbed that Udyr at the very, very beginning. but I don't recall their other picks right now,
Right.
so we'll have to see what they are a little bit later on into this. But yeah, the full Riot team is looking pretty good as well. Of course, they do have that Graves Sona bottom lane, a lot of aggression available there. You can see it back on your screen. Oh, of course, they got Jungle Pantheon, so it was top lane Udyr,
Right.
and then Ryze in mid. Okay.
And it looks like they will be locking into this one. We are back into the matchup, so we do have a Clairvoyance Lux for some pew-pew lasers around the map where she doesn't have vision, possibly able to steal some buffs or objectives with that as well.
Yeah, and they're going to go. This is, of course, on live right now, so it's going to be a 3-minute delay instead of the 30 seconds we've been enjoying so far in our games, but that's okay. We'll still see it happen. Should be no big deal.
Do have that teleport Volibear as well. We always know bears like to teleport. It's just, it's in there. It's them. It's bears.
That's what they do.
Bears teleport. So
Happens sometimes.
happens all the time. Where do you think bears come from?
The sky.
Teleporting.
Oh,
Yep.
that makes sense. I didn't really think about it before.
Sometimes you just need two minds to come together to figure things out.
Thank you. I wouldn't have gotten that without you. Thanks, Riff.
All right, just checking.
Okay, cool.
Right on.
So how about Udyr though? Because he's a man, bear, turtle, phoenix, tiger.
He comes.
So does he teleport when he hits bear form, or is it like how does that work?
Udyr actually came from the void.
No, he didn't. You're
No,
lying to me.
He didn't.
He came from Ionia.
It's
Don't
easy
be
to troll, freak. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't because I got it right. How could you say you're trolling me when I clearly got the answer right? He came from Ionia. What are you doing?
Trolled.
No.
All right.
I don't know what you're trying to say here.
So what do you think for the team comps? Who are you looking at to have the better team comp here?
Well, I mean, we were talking about bears, and you know,
Both
Rahara's
teams have a bear, so that's equal.
Well, no, that's not really true though, because you know, Volibear is a bear all the time. Udyr's a bear like a quarter of the time.
That's true.
And almost never while jungling. So realistically, there's a lot more bears on Team
Yeah,
Riot.
he doesn't want to get bear until a little bit later. Does that give them an advantage of
Yes.
having a bear at the top lane the whole time?
Yes.
Because he can teleport.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. He brought teleport in. He is a bear.
Guys, you are learning the newest composition of compositions here, and these guys are about to be into the matchup. As we're speaking, Volibear top, we have Udyr in the jungle as well. No, Pantheon in the jungle.
Yeah.
Going to see some straight man drop in coming into the game here. Community versus Riot Games. We do have Janook in that lineup as well as Navidre, I believe, a few other community members from the Dublin office and the LAX office in the States as well. So kind of bringing around the global team for Riot there against a team that has been playing together for a while. Good family friends, cousins, friends of friends, mothers of friends and fathers. So these guys are pretty good.
Mothers of friends and fathers? Dang.
And bears
And lots of bears,
that
of course.
teleport.
Well, sometimes. It's on a cooldown.
Amazing.
So you can still see us on the screen, though. We're going through the delay right now. We've got
Yes.
maybe about a minute left until we're into the game itself. So don't worry. This whole thing will be going away soon. Don't worry about it. We'll be off the screen before too long.
It's not staying. Really?
Nope.
I
See,
thought-
bam! Look at that. I was
Yeah,
right.
I thought we were going to act out the entire 5v5.
We used. Do you want to tell the story, or do you want me to?
Oh, man, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so about a year and a half ago.
About right when I started, right around when I started.
Right around when I started at Riot, I decided that I would challenge him to real-life 1v1 League of Legends matches casted by ourselves.
Yeah.
And so I would jump around yelling Mystic Shot while flinging my fingers at him. I remember actually one of the best ones. I'm walking to the hall, and you're like, Poppy, and charge me into a wall.
I hit him. I slammed him into that wall pretty hard, actually. I felt kind of bad, but I went right through with the charge, and it felt good.
Hey, he won that match.
I won that match. Freak could not flash away.
No, I got pretty much owned.
And then there's one time I rolled down the hallway as Ramus.
Yeah, I do remember that. You didn't roll very fast, though. Not nearly as fast as
That
Ramus.
kind of hurt. That was not the softest carpet in the world.
Not really.
So here we're now jumping into this matchup. You can see the teams, skins all around. Oh, Ezreal, what are you doing? Breaking.
Letting the team down.
Wow, Valentine. Not suave, man.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, you know, they can always try to make up for it.
Yes.
I mean, the one thing is, you know, like, hey, it's bringing out that gray Warwick. So, as you referred to a lot of friends, you're not getting that skin. And we are now into the game. So, if guys in the audience, and also if you're at home, you know, wherever you are, I still want to hear you. Just yell loudly enough. If you guys want Team Riot to win this game, let me hear you guys cheer for Team Riot. Not a lot of applause here. There were like 4 total claps.
All right, so we have your fellow peers and community members, the people you play with every single day, trying to take us down. Let's hear it for your peers and the League of Legends community. That is completely unfair.
You know what? To compensate for that, I'm just going to be biased in this commentary. So, you know, I will cheer for my own team.
And I got to say, We got a winner rise out here.
We do, yeah. We got it. So that actually scares me a lot because that means you had to earn that from winning a tournament.
That's actually one skin Rioters will not get. Yeah, they get unlocked content, but that is the community skin. Winner rise will only go to members that will win a Riot run event. So a Riot member may have it if they won that before getting into Riot, but that's not a skin that I own. So yeah, definitely one to watch out for. Lurvig coming up first place in a Riot run tournament. These guys are not.
Well, it's any sort of prized event in general. Right. So it doesn't have to be run by Riot. It has to be Riot approved. But
yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah, if you run a tournament,
Riot approved.
Yeah. So if it goes through and we're like, yeah, of course, that's cool. Go for it. Well, here's some RP, and hey, the winner's gonna get victorious rise or triumphant rise. Then that's cool. So that's kind of how that's running down. You can see.
Yeah, gonna help out the rates here. Go ahead with that shield pass at first as well from Janna. And the knock as well. Tiger Balsam doing what he can to clear these raids camps. Still a little bit slow. Pantheon not the fastest jungler in the world, but it looks like they're going to go for the fast red and possibly a gank here.
Yeah, a lot of damage going to be dealt here. He's going to get that early red buff, and that'll give him level 2, which means he can gank that top lane right away with his shield bash, the chain slows and all that. So that could be a very scary situation here. He's going to be landing up with Udyr, and they could be ganking that bear early on. Now, the one advantage, of course, is Volibear is full bear, but that will help him quite a bit in that matchup. So we'll see how that pans out for him.
Great. Two bears against each other top. One an armored turtle, one an armored bear. Right now in Tiger's stance, doing what he can. Hank Zor just keeping that lane locked down. We do have breakout Graves down bottom. Cannot hold Graves down. And we have Mantheon coming top here. Could get the jump down on. Looks like he has level to right skills. The bear versus bear. They do not have the stance on, though. He's still Tiger, so that's going to tick. I think he did the Tiger in a wrong effect. He could have procced that Tiger and made it hit. Back and forth, Rune Prism to one. A face-to-face for Lurvig and Janook. Janook gets hit one more time. And I gotta say, Janook, although you look great in a skirt, you can't give up first blood.
Yeah, so some very good aggression there early on from Rise. That Lux only level 2 got comboed down in that. Very, very nice job of the community team. A good amount of pressure here at this bot lane from Riot. And again, that top lane, Rahara's not gonna like that. Getting chunked down. Oh, Pantheon. One hit from dead. And there's that Volibear passive that you mentioned. Healing him up a little bit.
Yep.
He went cloth 5, so he's going to get a lot of health back throughout this. And yeah, he'll be in a little bit better shape afterwards.
So good aggression from all lanes. Pantheon going back, just re-upping on those pots to the cloth 5 once again. Not really too many minions under his belt. He only got 7 on the way around, hoping for that first fast gank, so he's really got to pull himself back. His jungle is going to be a lot faster once he gets that Heartseeker, but he does not have it yet.
Yeah, so we're going to see how this pans out. This bottom lane pushing a lot for Riot. They're really pushing towards that turret. They know they're not going to get ganked anytime soon by Pantheon because he was holding that top lane. He's going back into his jungle in the very near future. We'll see if he can get his minion kills back up and get himself some gold. But right now, it's just damage kind of being sent around. The gold advantage, 500 though, still in the community's favor. And here comes Pantheon finally making his way down. Riot trying to escape. Ezreal in range. They're ready for, a great smoke bomb is going to stop Pantheon. There he's going to stun, but he's in range of the turret. A lot of damage being dealt here. Sona's going to survive that encounter. And now Graves in a 1 versus 3, but the 3 are low on health, so he's not in the worst shape, really. They might be okay here.
I'm surprised we didn't see the bear teleport.
Yeah, he could have teleported down and helped that battle. Jumped onto one of those minions.
Always
they dove back.
Teleporting bears are ways to win the fight. 4 minutes and 30 seconds in. It is 0-1. Bears also flip if you did not know that. And we can see Hank Zor going face-to-face, a tiger versus a bear, but the bear has armor. Got to watch out for that.
Well, thankfully, Tiger Stance does deal magic damage. You can see him getting brought down very low on health, and he's out of potions now. So this is kind of a scary situation to be in if you're Volibear.
Very nice job, Aborson throwing some damage out. Can he get the Lux proc? And there it is. Janook saying, I want that one back. Lycaeus going fully under the turret, red buff to get the kill. And that's going to be a twofer. Riot kind of picking themselves up a little bit there. Double buff on Lycaeus. Very nice job. And they're going to deny a little bit of experience here. Janna coming up through the middle.
Sona getting poked out. A very good turn of events there. Riot Games. Oh, wow. And Janna getting caught up there by Warwick. And Warwick doing so very much damage. Has to get exhausted. And Janna will flash away. So that is 2 very big summoner spells burned there. Janna going to be forced to recall. And I don't think she got to ward either. So not a lot of map control being held by them either. So it was very, very good by that Warwick.
Just one down at Dragon. I don't know why she was moving so quickly through the river. Very dangerous spot to be moving. Riot seeming to do what they can to pick up a few kills here. Great hits on Valentine. Even though he doesn't have a skin, he is still hitting those skill shots. Actually, Panic coming out strong. They know that Janna is back. Arcane Shift forced away. And now they have, he still has quick draw. Again, these guys going at each other, prism to prison. And we're going to see what they can do, kind of equaling out on health there. Lurvik having a little bit of health and to sustain in lane.
Yeah, so the one really good thing about Lux here is that, the shield comes out and it comes back, so she has to, use 2 shields to and hopes to maximize both of them. But the good thing is, that's kind of how Rise functions. He functions by chaining spells together, and, getting, 3 to 7 spells out in a rotation, which really allows Lux to get that shield out. But here comes Pantheon, the Rune Prison into the stun. Chinook taking so much damage, the shield goes on, the shield comes back, and the ult comes out. So much damage being dealt. Like Chaos, though, not level 6 in that Warwick. His Q, not quite going to pick that one up. So very close. Now we see the top lane against the pressure. More harass coming on. All these players so low on health right now. Everyone going to get forced backwards. More damage being dealt to Volibear. I think he's got his passive back. He's going to go for some damage here onto this Udyr, but he's taking so much damage right now. Ignite is on, trying to run away, but that's not going to be enough. A nice kill picked up there by Udyr.
Oh, very nice. He got the suppression from Lycaeus, and the last hit, he will go down. No,
oh, that shield!
Oh, wow. That was amazing. Very nice job. Warwick making it out by the skin of his teeth, and very good help there from Chinook on the utility.
Well, that was a very, very phenomenal opening right there. So now 3-2 in favor of Team Riot right now. We've got 2 kills. Let's see where the kills all went, actually. It looks like 1 death on Deluxe, of course, that very early one in there from Rise, but she answered back with 2 kills of her own. And so kind of bringing that one back very, very closely. Some early magic is being picked up here by this Rise to kind of deal with that, though. Pantheon going back for his Lizard buff here, trying to get himself caught up. Pantheon actually pretty low level, though. He's only level 3. Whereas Warwick is 6. It's 34 minions to a paltry 15, and so in that jungle, that's going to be a big source of power for Team Riot.
Riot going in once again. Panic trying to do a little bit of damage with Buckshot there. Staying to that true grit of Graves. Lurvik back into lane. Oh, wow. A single Q taking out about 1/5 of Chinook's health there. We'll have to see. Udyr pushing down Volibear up top. We do see Valentine and Reese pretty happy in lane right now with their positioning. They do have both of their supports, of course, and coming out from the backside here. They do find Lycaeus in the jungle. There's 2 CCs that he does not want to deal with. The crowd control from Lurvik as well. They're going to have Pantheon coming from up top. Great damage onto Lurvik. The laser goes out. He's left with 100 HP, and that last Q from Lycaeus will be able to take out Rise.
Wow, that is so much damage being able to able to be dealt all at once. Of course, Rise's flash is still down for another 2 minutes or so. And so if they can just jump on him and just burst combo Rise down, they're really going to shut down a lot of the late game that's available here for that community team. Of course, Udyr's doing a phenomenal job. 54 minions and a kill. Has that Wriggles Lantern. Will continue to scale in this game. He's going to have a very fun time with that one, but you're just seeing this get pretty difficult, though, as their mid lane's not doing too well. Lux now 2 kills and an assist. There's Warwick 2 kills and an assist as well. There was a lot of gold put into these 2 champions. They can do a lot of pressure here in this game.
Yeah, we're going to have to be really careful here. They do get the aggression up top, 7-7 in levels, but that Tiger stance kicking so often as well. Every time he activates it, it's at another 3 strikes, so Volibear not being able to sustain against that.
Yeah, he's just kind of chugging potions back and forth. Still no boots. Wants to get himself that Madras into that Wriggles Lantern. Chinook going in for some pressure, taking some damage down onto that Rise, putting the shield out as well to make sure there's no counterattacks, but kind of sits back down, and here we go. Some more pressure. Valentine taking a lot of damage to the Ezreal. Again, Arcane shifting out. Graves started to outscale him. Going to flash in. There's the ult as well, and burns the flash from Ezreal the same way. So the Ignite is down, but now the health advantage definitely in the favor of Riot. And here comes Warwick to the top lane. Pressure going on. Hawks are taking a lot of damage. The ult coming in as well, and there's the ult now in from Warwick. Now, can they do enough damage? Will he chop that down? And there is a kill picked up. Been ignited, but he will be okay. Bottom lane, a lot of pain coming off Panic. Continuing to throw out damage. And there's another fight in the mid lane. Chinook trying to run away. Rise doing so much damage. Can he get the one last shot? Yes! Picking up that kill. Excellent job by Rise. And now this bottom lane not looking happy. Soda Graves forced away.
Yeah, very nice try there. Panic doing what he could to get out of that. A lot of minions as well. Minions picking up a good amount of kills this tournament, so props to them. Valentine and Reese a little low on mana. Valentine, however, needs to be very careful as he uses that Arcane Shift to get away, and that's about just the amount of mana he has. Pantheon coming in from the top. They did see him because of the minions, and they're like, no, we don't want anything to do with this. However, we have not seen the man drop. So if they get a good enough wave to come up on this, we may see what's going down.
Well, let's see. All the waves are pushing right now. Mid lane and bot lane very near to the turret on the basically the opposite way here at this top lane though. And we'll see what they're going to go for here. A lot of guys at full health though, so no likely dives just yet, but we'll see as we kind of accelerate on in this game who's going to get up and go for the next set of kills here. As Pantheon chops down another minion camp here. He's going to recall. He really wants to get that Wriggles Lantern for himself. That's going to be the source of sort of jungle scaling for this Pantheon, is being able to rely on his basic attacks to chop everything down.
See in mid, we're going to look at the CS here. We do have Lux at 59. That's going to be Janook, and Lurvig is at 63, or 60 rather. So that's, yeah, very nice for them. They're kind of keeping that even in mid. Hi. Oh. Looks like Janook putting more pressure on as well, trying to get that shield down, at least getting that one turret hit in. Whether he gains aggro from the turret or not, he's perfectly fine with that with his shield. More wards being placed out up top by Hanksor. Community team playing very strong right now. They're only down by 1,000, actually 900 gold. It's 5-3, and not a lot of turrets. Sacred also coming in here. The stun is down. Aegis goes out. No, Lycaeus coming out. A huge finale Funkling coming out from Janook. And the double kill with the passive procs. Very nice job there. Blue buff on Janook as they continue to throw out the spells and that CC. Valentine looking to do a little bit of damage here to Graves. Looks like they were forced to back off.
Wow, that was a phenomenal little counter gank there. Warwick was there just in time into what would have been a guaranteed death right there, but nope. Turning it around for a double kill, an excellent job. All lanes otherwise seeming to stabilize more or less. Now, of course, his top lane, 84-28 minions. This Udyr is winning, but Volibear has managed to stop the bleeding. He's kind of surviving in these fights. He did get that one kill from the earlier gank thanks to Warwick, and so he's going to stabilize. He's going to be okay in these battles, and he'll just kind of farm up and get tanky, and that's kind of all he needs to do. This bot lane, we see 102 on Graves versus 88 on Ezreal. So that bottom lane, no kills or deaths really on either side there, just kind of scaling out, and Graves is just kind of winning the minion trade so far.
Janook coming out a little early there, trying to get that singularity down. Wasn't able to hit it. There's the one right there. That's what he was looking for. So much burst damage. He will be able to arcane shift out, but he's going to stay in range. Very nice job getting the essence flux down to slow down Graves' attack. The monsoon will save Reese. He gets the shield down, but Janook comes out with a killing spree on that. Very nice job, and he will continue to pursue onto Janna.
Yeah, Janna going to get out as fast as possible. Janna actually put a shield on herself instead of Ezreal, and I think she was afraid of getting hit by the Lux ult herself, but I think it would have been better placed on the other champion there. Lycaeus roaming around in the jungle into 1v2. He's going to ult up on a Pantheon. Can he do enough damage? He's been stunned. There's Rise, the Rune Prison off as well. So much damage. Lycaeus not going to survive that encounter. A great kill picked up there by Rise, assisted by Pantheon. And they need those kind of kills to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, it was a very great job there. They did catch Warwick kind of in the jungle, milling about the red, and they said, no, that's ours. It's not going to go to Pantheon, but Rise will get the kill. More than happy to take it. A very nice counter here by Hanks. Looks like he's taking up the blue of Riot. They're not keeping attention to their buffs.
Yeah, it's a very good stab there. Udyr knew that Lux had come down to the bottom. Oh, a lot of pressure coming in. Rise is still going for it. A lot of damage. Janook will barely survive, but will tick down a bit from Lizard buff. Not really liking how that one started out. Needs to recall away pretty soon. Could use the ultimate as well. Sona's going to find Rise off the side. Ult goes off, taking a lot of damage. Now, can Janook help from afar? Or can Rise pick something up? Oh, this bouncing spell flux. Oh, there's the Q. The laser, and that will be a kill. Janook picking it up just barely. The Ezreal ult will not hit.
Those pew-pews. So good. Coming out, teleporting bears up top. That's what we're looking for. And he is going to be able to get that one creep. That's why I teleport.
Yeah, picked it up, got a little bit of experience as well.
Yeah.
And now we see actually the blue being stolen back here by Team Riot. They sent Graves. He's actually a little bit too far away, though. That golem's going to tether back. Okay, there we go. Just barely got himself in range. But Janna's off to the side. Can she burst it down? Oh, it was close. But now Ezreal and Pantheon are here. There's a bit of damage. Lux off to the side. A lot of damage coming out. A lot of crowd controls. And Janna getting very, very low. Pantheon now in a bit of a 1v3. This Warwick trying to chase down. He's almost going to get in range. Oh, it comes off. Picks up the kill onto Janna. A nice shot there. And there's the man drop trying to get him out. He did escape there. Pantheon making his way out of that fight just barely. And now this top lane, Rahara is fighting up against Hanksor. A little bit of pain going both ways, but the one true bear just doing more damage than the wannabe.
Yeah, the attack speed scaling with Volibear is really going to keep him in lane, give him that Vampiric Scepter health that he needs back as well. And it looks like it's going to be a Dragon for Riot here, 2156 to be your next Dragon. It looks like they will go ahead back into their jungle. They're doing a great job. Tiger Balls getting quite low on this one, but he has no problem just popping a potion. He's not even really taking any damage. Or actually,
yeah, he's
there we go, got the
okay.
relic down, and he will be all right for that. Rise returning to mid lane, however, his tower is down. So he's going to be forced to farm back in that position next to his second turret.
All right, so let's see what ends up being the case here. Oh, it is going to be a turret kill picked up for Udyr. Nice opening there. That's going to actually be the first one on the map for that community team. Riot already picking up 2 for themselves, but still they're going to scale back into this game. Here comes another duel between Udyr and Volibear. Udyr actually choosing to run away, but going to run into Lux. So much damage coming off there, and that will be another kill picked up there for Lux. Now 8-2 in this game. And a good opening there. 4,000, almost 5,000 gold now. The lead for Team Riot. And we'll see if they want to keep pushing or if they like where the minions are and they want to just kind of keep picking up kills at various locations around the map.
Yeah, he's doing a really great job. You know, I was afraid that he didn't pick Ziggs, but he put his skirt on, took his baton out, and he's playing an amazing Lux right now.
Yeah, and we're going to see what they can do with that. That Lux, of course, having a phenomenal opening. 8 kills so far, assisted in many of his team's kills overall. 9 of 11. Warwick also a great showing, 2, 1, and 4. Been in about half of his team's kills as well. Just going to move forward, has those buffs. Will not quite make that stab onto Rise. Rise going to try to outscale into this game, has 94 minions, has some magic resist. Oh, Lux about to face check into a Rise. Rise could do a lot of damage right here. And there's the flash screen prison. The damage coming off. The ult comes off. So much damage on both sides. Chinook will get shut down. The Soda ult's not going to matter right there. And a great counterattack happening there by the community team.
Riot getting a little greedy here, still stepping into the jungle. Chinook finds himself down, giving quite a bit of gold to our community team.
Yeah. There you go. Has the death cap.
Backing
a lot
off.
of damage there.
Bit of a handful of health between all those 3 members back by the turret. It looks like we're going to get a pretty good push here by Riot. Dragon won't be up for another few minutes, so it actually looks like they're going to go ahead back to the jungle. We do have Panic down bottom still farming up a bit.
Yeah. Let's see how this pans out, though. Warwick going to make his way to left-hand side, going to take over that top lane farm. Volibear roaming around, still in the middle right now. I think his teleport is down for a little while. Got about 2 minutes left on that, so a bunch he can get back himself kind of around the map wherever he wants. Oh, Panic face check into a brush, 2 versus 1. Crowd controlled a whole lot, and the Pantheon jump coming as well. Can he close up the gap? Udyr trying to get into range. A smoke bomb comes down, and he is going to get away thanks to Sona popping a heal. There's the haste as well. They're going to survive that little encounter. But Chinook goes in for the light binding, lands it on Udyr. A lot of damage being dealt. Not picking up any kills quite yet. Clairvoyance goes down, and they said, okay, we're going to push back. Let's heal up a little bit. Let's kind of get back towards mid. Let's see if we can pick up any other fights.
You know, it's crazy to say, but a lot of this community team, it's actually Slur Q is the community team name, are not buying a lot of magic resistance, and Chinook is really scary right now.
Yeah, their team is, and the thing is actually, their team actually not as physical heavy as I thought they might have been. Volibear does do mostly physical damage. That bite is physical. He's building up a Wriggles right now. Looks like Frozen Mallet, or maybe Warmogs might be next. So he's going to rely on auto attacks. And then, you know, but other than that, and obviously Graves, but Warwick is going to be mostly magic damage. Lux, of course, a lot of magic damage. And the 2 most farmed members are Warwick and Lux. And there we go, the pressure on Ajana. Now Pantheon up in the front like Hayes taking so much damage there. Rise almost melting that one down. Will not quite reach, though. Chinook getting dived by Udyr and taken. Oh, he's going to get the kill. That's 1. And the second one going to go down as well. However, Udyr did pick up the kill on the backside and now going in on Volibear. Danced out by Sona. Can they keep chasing? Sona taking a lot of damage, 1 versus 2, and that's going to be another kill picked up here. So 3 for 3 overall. Community team picking up a great trade there. Slur Q making it happen.
Yeah, they're trying to get some gold back in their favor. Every time they can get Lux, it's going to be very nice for them. Chinook is always picking up a few kills before he goes down, which is obviously not good for them, but to be able to get that gold on a champion that's worth. We did see some ridiculous champion takes earlier on the supports, which we were like, you know, the support probably didn't need that one. It could have gone to the carry. So we'll be seeing that happen. Chinook is that one they're focusing on to get that gold back. And sometimes, you know, that's what you like to do in lane, right? You know, let them kill you a few times, let them think they're up, take that 500 gold back, and be
strategy.
Like, back in the game.
Yeah, it's a strategy. You feed for a while so you can win late game. It's totally normal. Like, hey, proving that concept right now. Says, we just lost a fight, you got some kills. Let's give you guys some more kills. Rise, I want you to be worth some money. All right, let's get you some experience.
Of course.
Let's get you some levels, because I want to get it back later.
That's a true return on investment.
Indeed. He's investing in Rise right now, basically.
Yes. That's one good way to put it.
You know, some people buy gold per 10 to get more gold late game. Some guys just feed kills.
Invest in your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? It's safe.
Yeah, you're pretty much, there's no blowback, you know. The interest always builds up. Because, you know, if you do feed him a lot of gold, he'll get more kills off your teammates and be worth even more gold next time.
Yes.
So, you know, you're really actually, it accelerates itself. It's basically compounding
and then
interest.
you can get assists off of that.
Yeah, there's so much more gold to be had there.
Tons of gold. And teleporting bears.
Always
this
going to happen.
This is absolutely a fantasy world right now for everybody here. We do have everybody going towards Baron. It seems like they're going to kind of dance this one out. Wards around. We do have an Oracle, I believe, that was on Lycaeus. And I don't see one on Tiger yet. No, it's actually Aborn. So Aborn is going to be the Oracle bearer right now. It looks like they're going to walk past that. No, they finally see it. It's like,
the Oracle bearer?
Yes. Shh.
Oh, light binding. Oh, good jukes there from Slur Q. Going to be okay. Still a 5-kill lead, 5,000 gold as well. Still, this game is neck and neck. You saw these last few fights go very, very closely. Light binding again, just barely misses there. Singularity not going to slow anyone either. It looks like everyone's getting ready for some next major fights pretty soon. Sona waiting around. There we go. Clears off a ward. And,
wow.
Yeah, Team Riot got to get a dragon for themselves.
Dropping very fast there. Looks like the initiation comes in on Juarez. And it's not going to be too much. Like Kea says, I want into this fight. Lux ulti comes out, a lot of damage onto Tiger. Udyr, or Pantheon rather, will fall. Udyr is the next focus with that exhaust down. Not enough damage from True Shot Barrage, but Valentine still staying in this fight. The Arcane Shift able to pick up the kill onto Panic, and now they are kiting the other direction. They were on the other side of the fight. Now they've switched to this side, pushing Juarez back. Now getting caught. Very nice job by Lux. Just kind of a blinded Singularity there. And they are going to kind of continue to push these guys away. Now once again on the forehand of the fight, Lurvig still doing damage. Rise with that blue buff, having Janna there to keep him shielded, has been doing so much damage. They have Horson out of mana and Juarez out of HP. These guys are not ready to fight, and it looks like the chase has ended. Janook versus Reeves, but he's going to be found by Lurvig.
Oh, that's
with the dodge, goes for the ultimate, and he just misses. This will be a fast one for them in the 2v1. Lux goes down, and it looks like it was a really back and forth there. Dragon was had by Riot team, so they did come out on top of that.
Yet still 5 kills to trade on both sides, but this Rise getting really, really farmed. He's getting invested. You know, he's going to be worth a lot of gold, and but until then, he's going to be doing a lot of damage to Team Riot, and you got to wonder, is that investment, you know, kind of poor? Will it turn on you? Will it start killing off all your teammates? That's a scary place to be. Rise actually got to refresh his Golem buff from those kills earlier, and so he's in a very, very scary place there. Team Riot's not going to like fighting against that Rise.
And you got to be careful. If that's a buff transfer, the interest rate goes way up.
Yeah, of course. So, you know, again, that Rise is getting more and more scary, getting pretty rich.
Trying to get a knockdown on wards. Now, interesting thing, somebody brought up to me once, they said, hey, what if you place a ward down and do damage to it? You should take a minute off.
I don't know. It's a different kind of situation. I mean, I could see it, right? Like, that could be a thing, but I don't know. I'm okay with wards lasting 3 minutes regardless. You can still kill them at drop if you get it.
Of course. Looks like a little bit of pressure here from Janook in middle. Trying to throw out some bindings, some singularities, doing what he can to continue that huge damage. He went straight for a Void Staff. Already knew he is really ahead of the game here. Actually, Lycaeus, level 15 right now. Wow. Janook getting caught out again. He is an expert at being in the wrong position.
Yeah, he's got the most deaths on his team. Is really, really investing in that world team lineup. Slur Q, you know, 13 of their, 6 of their 13 kills. Janook has given those away, so you know, he's really being a big force there. But a good job though, Warwick and Volibear. You know, it takes a bear to kill a Baron, and indeed it worked.
Yeah, they were able to get in there both with ultimate attack speed right now.
Baron.
Yes.
Sorry, I just needed to say that.
Panic going down. Crescendo comes out from Eborson, and it looks like Lycaeus will drop in an instant there. Everybody getting a little bit of gold on that one. Looks like the community team is very happy to be coming back on this one. They do have quite a wave coming in that's going to give them vision. Dragon is down, but it looks like they may start to head up top. They do see that Baron has been taken, so they're going to clear buffs now. They see that they have some good waves on both sides of the map, except for bottom, so I guess that's going to be mid and top, not both sides. It looks like Ezreal will be the one to pick up that top. Evorson just trying to clear out these wards here on Sona as they make their way through the jungle. Really grab up all this experience and gold until the next 5-on-5.
Yep, so we're going to see. They're going to wait for the last respawns. Lycaeus dying a couple times in a row in these last few fights, going for even more magic damage, grabbing that Malady into his lineup. So, by going for those Boots of Swiftness earlier on and getting the Malady now, he's actually sidetracked his durability build for a while. So he's actually been become much more squishy compared to what you normally see on Warwick. So it's going to be a little bit of a scary situation for him. Pantheon. Okay, looks like the Golem buff went over to Udyr there. But Warwick is one of the only few melees on that team Riot lineup, and he needs to get himself some more durability pretty soon to turn himself into a tank, because he needs to be that. Yeah,
looking at the enemy team, you don't see one Mertreads and then a Negatron.
Yeah.
It was kind of built that the Negatron was actually built into the Banshees, which somebody else just bought a Negatron. Udyr did, Hanksor. So did he really need that Malady to shred more magic resistance?
Well, it'll always help. Of course, he's going to amplify his own damage there. He
Right.
does mostly magic. He's also going to help out Lux a little bit. So, it's not the end of the world to build that kind of item. And additionally, it deals damage itself,
Yeah.
right? He's going to land a lot of auto attacks. He's going to land that ultimate, which will land another 5 itself. So he is empowering himself to deal a bunch of damage. But yeah, being durable is kind of the #1 rule there for Warwick. The longer you're alive, the more you can land those basic attacks. So, but if you can survive those fights, it will be a lot of damage and it will help for him.
Definitely happy to jump in here now with that Thornmail. Definitely not going to be jumping onto that Banshee's Veil of Lurvig until they break it. Possibly that Ezreal as well. And that Thornmail coming into play as Ezreal jumps out of that suppression, and he's going to start attacking Warwick, and it will hurt him quite a bit. We do have the Warmogs onto Volibear, not something you usually want to see. He is going to be very hard to take down. It's really just amount of sheer power you can put out, whether you have the magic or armor penetration or magic penetration now. Does not matter. You have to be able to get that HP bar down to 0, and it's going to be very tough.
Yeah, so we'll see. The team fights, I think, can be really strong in both cases. Team Riot has a lot of area of effect. They've got, the Lux can kind of hit everyone all at once. Same with Graves, same with Volibear, same with Sona. Only Warwick is really the only really single target champion there on Team Riot, whereas the flip side is really true for Slur Q. They've got just a lot of single target burn down. You've got Ryze, who goes after one guy. Udyr does the same. Pantheon, Ezreal, those all do the same kind of thing. So you're really aiming at a single target team versus an area of effect team, and we'll see how that happens here as we get into this fight. There, a nice amount of crowd control hitting up there onto that Udyr, getting him down about 1/4 of his health, and they're still not pushing onto this turret. Pretty easy there for Graves, Lux, and Sona to all kind of hit that turret down to 1/4 health. They're still actually poking a fair amount there. They're going to go in one more time, more combo going off, and they will pick up Janna. Lycaeus now in the front. This Warwick taking a full set, and so many stuns coming out there. The area effect from Sona so very strong. They picked up one more kill, now only 2 alive. Lycaeus going to chase in there. One more hit to go, and he will get that off of the Shirelias coming out from Sona. And now one last kill, and they will dive down and pick up Pantheon. Team Riot picking up an ace right there. And I'm sorry, guys, in the audience, but it looks like the Riot team doing a very good job right now.
Yeah, it looks like Riot wants to bring this back to 1-1 with their games on the community. Community was able to take that first game yesterday. So we'll have to see if Riot, with this composition, Janook doing a little bit of the carrying here, although Lux did bring a big backpack to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So much ability power being built on that champion. 12 of the team's 22 kills, but 6 of the team's 14 deaths. So his ratio is doing very, very well. He's 2-to-1 on kills to deaths. Yep. He's got a number of assists still. He's been part of 20 of his team's 22 kills, definitely being omnipresent. And, he's been, part of 6 of his team's 14 deaths. So, being present kind of everywhere. And, overall doing a very good job.
And they may be happy to stay here. Lycaeus' ultimate just coming back up. Nice grab there by Janook. Able to just quickly blind shot that one over as he saw him leaving lane. Looks like they're going to push this one out. Super Minions now forced down middle lane. They are going to be able to go for that top open inhibitor. Dragon is up. I believe Baron has worn off quite a while ago, so we'll see that in about 2 minutes here. There they are going to grab that. More than happy to farm on either side. Lycaeus in a bad position right now. Udyr could find him. They don't really see him yet. Pantheon says, yeah, he's there. Udyr from the other side. It does not look good for Lycaeus. He will most likely go down in this situation. There's just too much CC for him to get away on this, and it is going to be a 3-kill there. Rise and Pantheon both picking up a little bit of gold on that as Udyr gets the kill.
Yeah, so great job there. 3 versus 1. Rise came in there at a very good time and managed to land the root and land a lot of damage, dropping down Warwick. And the one thing Warwick can do, though, is even if you're outnumbered, if the other team does not have enough damage output, if they can't really burn you down and you have attack speed, you can keep lifestealing and getting your health back up. And, you know, he's got 2 very large attack speed items with the Malady and with that Wit's End, and he's pretty high level as well. So, you know, he can just keep landing attacks and getting his health back up. And, you know, if he's only fighting against, that Pantheon, of course, not doing, extremely well. 5 deaths, not a ton of bonus attack damage. That Udyr actually building actually really good amount of damage, to be fair. He's got the Trinity Force and the Wriggles, so he'll do okay. But, you know, when you have that much armor and magic resist, as Warwick does, he could have taken that out for a while. His health was not dropping that quickly, and it was really good for them that Rise showed up there.
Yeah, that would have been really bad for both of them. The CCs were kind of used on top of each other, so they really didn't get to use that. Warwick was free to just farm up his health. But yeah, Rise coming in with a big play there. A lot of damage for him to be outputting right now. He does have that Frozen Heart. That is really going to help with Warwick and Volibear. It's like we have Lux getting that Morello's Eagle Tome. Void Staff, another Blasting Wand as well.
Yeah, really going for a big ability power stack and then complementing it with that Magic Gun from the Void Staff, and then finally, cooldown reduction from that Morello's Evil Tome. That is something that Lux definitely wants. You know, her cooldowns are pretty high, but she's going to be alive for more than one burst in a team fight. And so, of course, bursting someone is very important, but then afterwards, you've got to stay involved in that battle, and getting cooldown reduction allows you to do that much better because you'll get your burst down and then it's back up. And when you get enough, the flash jump onto Chinook. Lux taking a lot of damage right there. Oh my gosh, just getting blown up and just can't do much of anything. Sona ult goes off. That's going to be a kill back up. And Lycaeus now taking a bit of damage, getting blocked around a bit. They're going to pick up the 1 kill, still getting burned down. And Rise does pick up that kill. They're going to jump in there, Panic, try to get the kill, and will trade up against Janna. The flash across the wall from everyone as they chase down this Rise. He's still surviving. The area of effect is so strong. Goes down to Sona finally at the end, and that's going to be an ace picked up there. Riot with 2 surviving members. Tanky Volibear just says, like, yep, I have health.
Yeah, you got to be very careful when you are fighting a bear with teleport. He didn't even need to use it that fight, but he still has teleport.
He does have teleport. If he gets pushed
scary.
back, he can teleport back in and keep fighting.
Scary bear is scary.
Yeah.
He's knocking down these turrets. Riot looking to bring it to 1-1 here. DreamHack Summer to the community. Yesterday's game went to community. It looks like Rahares may be able to beat down onto this Nexus for the last bit of health. 2 seconds to spawn here. Pantheon jump in as well. They are going to have to back off on the Nexus. They won't be able to do enough. It's just below half health. They do have 4 members up. Volibear not in any stance to get a run on. And it looks like Heartseeker will be able to take him down. They will be able to mitigate the end of the game, or stop the end of the game there. It looks like they put the pause button on that as they clear the waves out. And Riot team really open to go wherever they want in the front side of that base for the Slur Q.
Yeah, so right now, Baron is back up. 30 seconds on the respawn for Volibear. Sona is low on health and mana. She's going to have to recall. But the only thing stopping them from killing Baron, though, is the fact that they've got minions just bashing down their front door. They have no turrets left. If they leave minions alone, they will end the game in Riot's favor. Riot should have a free chance to go for Baron. In fact, you can find on the minimap that they are getting ready for that. Lux is trying to harass down in the mid lane, and there we go. Baron taking a lot of damage into a 1v3. Baron getting outnumbered here and not retreating at all. This looks to be a very good fight here for Team Riot. Sona actually recalling back. They're waiting for Volibear to come back up. He has now respawned, and there it is. Nice teamwork there by Team Riot, delaying the Baron kill to make sure that Volibear could wear that Baron buff.
I bet your Rahares was like, wait for me.
Yep.
He probably did. They're all sitting next to each other over there. Great jump on, a flash away though, but it's still going to be found. A nice snare there. And it looks like
Juice shoes are on.
Oh, wow. Chinook getting exploded. The front end burst so strong. Panic there. Baron is up, so they just lost 1 Baron. Bear stands onto Panic. Panic goes down. Another Baron is gone. Lycaeus, pro flash. That's what we teach you at Riot, how to flash. Obviously not. Lycaeus flashing straight into the wall. Couldn't make it into Wraith Camp, and he goes down. And it looks like we have a very big push here. It could have been a game ender. Looks like Slur Q turning it around.
Yeah, so Chinook really doing his part to make sure he invests in that opposite team. Now 8 deaths there, bringing the kills back to only a 5 different. The difficulty here for SlurQ is they don't have minions. This turret is going to deal a lot of damage and is not going to die very fast. And Team Riot can keep poking and keep poking, and they're going to take a fair bit of damage. You can see now 2 members at half health there. Their push going to be slowed down a bit. And you can see, look, yeah, okay, we got the turret, we're killing some minions, but we have to run back again. It's Pantheon. Got some trouble with super minions. Doesn't really like it too much. Come help them out.
27-22, 36 minutes into the game. We got a bit of a 12,000 gold, 13,000 gold lead as it just ticks to 60,000 to 47.1. It looks like the Riot team has a pretty good handle on this, but we just saw them get kind of demolished with Baron. So if they cannot focus their efforts into the according champion, the right champion rather, they're really going to have a hard time winning this one. If they can't get in there and just pretty much go for the Nexus, they're going to be completely shut down.
Yeah, the ability for SlurQ to pick off individual champions is phenomenal. You saw them do that 3 in a row, and that gave them some breathing room. Pantheon also got the chance to sit there in base and farm those super minion waves. He's gotten himself back to level 16. He's gotten a nice bit of gold. He's going to be actually pretty threatening in this next fight. He's got that Frozen Mallet now. He's got the Wriggles as well. His damage getting a lot better now in this setup, and he's going to be in a much better place here. Now still, Dragon does get picked up by Riot. You can see Panic there on Graves kind of soloing that one. Warwick milling about in the jungle, although Willem was already grabbed by Udyr. And I think Team Riot says, look, the inhibs are back up. You know, the middle one's there. The top one's going to come back pretty soon. We might need to be, you know, a little bit afraid of this one. But I said, no, you know, we still have that gold advantage. Let us, you know, push it mid. Let's see if they can make this happen. You know, let's ride this minion wave here. Let's see what they can do.
Throwing out a few spells. Lux, however, with that blue buff, is going to get those back up quickly. The blue giving you that mana regen and cooldown on your abilities. Howling Gale goes out, some CC down. They're trying to get in with their crowd control as well. A little bit of damage going down onto Lurvig. And you can see they are actually just defending themselves behind. The flash in again by Udyr. He went down quite quickly this last time he did this. Crescendo goes out, and now the focus is onto Udyr. They really need to use their cooldowns on somebody else. A beautiful snare down by Lux. Panic is able to drop Udyr down. It looks like they're going to turn this around. An instant quadra kill. Could he be going for the penta? Panic trying to get in. He's got a few more seconds to land this. They miss everything there, not flipping him back. And Jana says, no way, Jose. They are able to take down the Nexus. And a quadra kill from Panic to end out the game. Riot brings himself back up on the weekend 1 versus Communities 1.
All right, excellent job there on the end game quadra kill. Absolutely phenomenal, of course. Some great plays going on. And yeah, you know, we're bringing it back here, doing a much better job of this game. And of course, don't go anywhere because Group B is coming up next. We've got some pretty heavy hitters there. We got Counterlogic Gaming, Moscow 5, absolute legends. And I don't remember the team name, I'm sorry, but they came out of the Bring Your Own Computer bracket from yesterday's game. But we've got a gigantic who's who coming into this tournament. And we're going to find out who's going to join Fnatic and Curse coming up pretty soon. It's going to be some pretty great stuff.
It is going to be amazing, guys. Thanks for joining us here for our Riot versus Community game. More matches to come. I'm Rivington III with David Freak Turley. We'll be right back from DreamHack.